Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am Sai De Silva and I do a lot of lifestyle vlogs, but today we are going to do, what are we doing today? Today we are doing a video all about microblading. I just recently did microblading about 2 weeks ago and I am here to spill the tea. So I have a list of questions here that I asked all of my virtual BFFs on what they wanted to know about microblading. So let's go and jump right into it. I am on my way to get my eyebrows done. I'm super excited because as you can see, they are looking a little bit cray-cray right now, but I'm walking on 34th Street and it's a little sad seeing how so many stores are closing. And 34th Street used to be so buzzy and vibrant, but looks like a lot of places are closing, but I always say it's just intermission in New York and the next act is waiting to begin. So with that said, that's that. Nothing exciting. I didn't put on any makeup just because I really don't know how this microblading is going to be. I'm actually really nervous about it, but we shall see. I have someone who's gonna help me do all the footage. Plus I'm gonna wanna watch it back and see how it looks like as well. I don't know if it's gonna be painful or what. But fingers crossed. It's so cute in here. Little crazy right now. Imagine if I left there and tears in my eyebrows just like this.
You're done.
It was like, you're done. You're done. You can pay at the cashier.
It doesn't look that crazy actually. We can just like color it in and you'll be done.
It does look crazy. It looks so like a cartoon character. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll.
You ready?
I think this is good.
Confident? You feel ready?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I just do it.
Let's do it because if you have too much time to think about it, you might renege.
It's true. It's
Let's
true.
do it. Okay.
So scary.
I'm mixing the pigment. I'm mixing the concoction over your face. I'm gonna do a small little circle just to test the dye. I'll give you the mirror so you can see the color that we're gonna do, okay?
So then you come up with the colors as like you see the person.
Exactly.
It's not a one size fits all.
No, ma'am. If we did that, you'd be like, why are my brows black?
So what do you numb it with?
So I don't numb it right now, okay?
I know,
This is the
it's
first
the
pass.
strokes first.
I'm gonna numb it with the instant, it's an ultra duration, it's a numbing solution, so it works really fast, wears off pretty quickly too, so I do apply it several times throughout.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. It does hurt.
Mm-hmm. What'd you give it on 1 to 10?
I say a 6.
Okay.
Because some areas are more tender than others.
Do you feel like this brow is more tender than the left side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that often. Last pass, okay? So the torch is almost up. I'm gonna reapply.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad, right? Your skin also took the pigment well, so that's something that I can't take credit for completely.
finished with that. So they're gonna look different in a few more days. So we can't judge it completely until they have healed, but they're gonna look a little bit more feather-like. Really looking forward to it. But so far, I'm very, very happy with them and keeping you posted on the transitions on the next few days. I can't let them for 10 days. This should be interesting. Good morning. I am looking busted. Just finished working out. It is a day one of having my eyebrows. So I'm going to capture some footage along the way over the next 10 days of the healing process of my eyebrows. This is what my eyebrows are looking like. They are very dark, okay? The wonderful woman, Taryn, who did my eyebrows, she's fantastic, like so great with her hands. She told me over the next 2 days, they are going to get very, very dark, and don't be alarmed. So basically, they're going to get super dark, and then they are going to start fading. What I was told is that I should have about 70% retention of the color left over, but I'm very excited to bring you on this journey of microblading. I was very scared to get it, and still I can't take myself seriously with these eyebrows because they're so dark. It looks crazy to me. Like, I feel like I look like, what's his name? Bert. They're just way too dark. And I'm more of a natural girl. Like, I don't want to wake up and look like I went to MAC Cosmetics, and that's what I feel like I look like right now. So I really do need them to tone down just a bit and get a little bit more feather-like. I don't know. Let's really they are perfect. Like, they are almost to the point that it's just too perfect. I'm not supposed to wash my face. Wet my brows. I can wash my face. So when I get in the shower, it's gonna be a little bit tough for me to wash my hair. So I was thinking about the next best thing is probably for me to wear a shower cap over my face while I wash my hair. That could be an option. You're gonna get a little pack when you go to Taryn, and she gives you some Aquaphor. You put the Aquaphor on every 4th day, only in the evenings. And she gave you like a little brush. If you need to brush up your eyebrows, you probably won't. And then she gave me some Cetaphil wipes. I'm supposed to wipe down my eyebrows in the morning and the evening, I believe. Or was it one or the other? Maybe it's all on this card. Cetaphil wipes are used to cleanse the brow area, wipe in the direction of the brow. In the morning only. And then the mascara wand to groom your brows only when necessary. Okay, everything that you need is going to be here. This is what you're going to get inside the packet. Some cards, some Aquaphor, etc. So let's go ahead and wipe these brows down. And then I'm going to jump in the shower. Throw on some makeup. That's the thing about the brows when you, oh shoot. The way I opened this was so savage. I was supposed to open it this way. So now I have to put it in like a little baggie. That's what I get for not paying attention. When you wake up and your brows look like this, it feels like you have to do the rest of your makeup because you're like, wait, my brows are beat, but what about the rest of my face? That looks a hot mess. I'm also scared to touch my brows because it's cuts. Like your microblade, like there is a razor blade to your eyebrows. Okay. Ooh, it kind of burns a little bit. This is the dye that's starting to come off. Good morning. It is a day 2 of my eyebrows. I just finished working out. The thing about working out, you're not supposed to sweat for 10 days. So no sauna, no hot steamy showers, which I love a good hot steamy shower. No sweating. But the thing is, I'm not gonna stop working out for 10 straight days. So I'm doing very light weights and just doing some stretching, like yoga style. So I'm not really sweating. It takes a lot to make me sweat anyways. I usually have to jump on the Peloton to sweat. But this is a day 2. I was told that they're going to, let me kind of zoom in here. I was told that they're going to get a lot darker. I was told day 1 and day 2 are extremely dark. I don't find it that bad. Of course, I want them to be a little bit lighter, but we will see how it's going to look in a few days. And then I was also told that they're going to scab over and start to look a little bit patchy, but so far so good. Because I can't get my face wet in the shower, I'm going to wash my face now. and then use these Cetaphil wipes on my brows. Just swipe over them. Less dye is starting to come off. I still can't get over that my eyebrows were so beat like this. But it does make me feel like I need to catch up to my eyebrows when I wake up in the morning, and I don't want to feel like that. So I'm gonna need them to get a little bit lighter. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna wash my face all in here, and then I use a washcloth to rinse my face. And then when I get in the shower, if I have to wash my hair, I've been using like a shower cap, like right over this area. It sounds ridiculous. Actually, you know what? I should get London's sleeping mask and put the shower cap around the sleeping mask and put, that's actually a great idea. Let me go find it. I just had the dumbest idea. I couldn't find my eye mask because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get London's eye mask and use it. I'm going to use a panty liner and I'm gonna stick it to a ribbon and I'm just gonna tie it around my head so I can shower without worrying. Let me see if this even fits. Okay, so this is a clean panty liner. Look, that is perfect. We're gonna stick it here. I just don't want to worry about my eyebrows getting wet. Oh my goodness. Maybe this is not a stupid idea. Maybe this is just brilliant. Okay. Okay, I don't want to tie it too tight. Okay. Boom. Now I don't have to worry about the fact that the eye mask is going to get all soaking wet. And then voila, I'm getting in the shower. I'll see you guys later. Here's the results. It worked very well. I was able to get my hair wet just a little bit and my eyebrows are dry and the steam from the shower didn't bother them. Nothing is getting through this panty liner. So I think I'm on to something patent pending. Hello guys. So today is day number 3, or is today day 4? I think I might have skipped a day yesterday, but I think I'm gonna combine 3 and 4 because the eyebrows are looking exactly the same. So let me go ahead and get closer to the window. As you can see, they're starting to peel. There is skin or whatever this is starting to lift up in the eyebrows here. Again, the woman who did my eyebrows, Taryn, said not to put on Aquaphor every single day. She said every 4th day. So today I will be putting on Aquaphor. It's starting to get a little bit patchy. And then also this is lifting up here on this side as well. You can see it just completely cuts off. So my initial thought, sorry for the mess back here. My initial thought is that, okay, this is starting to look a little on the fake side. Like it's a lot lighter and it's looking a little fake. Some of the color will look like it's gonna come all the way off and then next thing you know, it will pop right back up. So that's what I'm going to look forward to. So day number 4 brows are looking like this. Just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. We're so close, by the way. This is really close. I probably got donuts all in my teeth, but again, here they are. I'll take a picture. I'm looking rough today, okay? So today is number 6. I made it to day 6 with my eyebrows. Today is Sunday. I'm having just like a super lazy day in the house, hence no makeup. As you can see, they're starting to lighten up just a bit. Yesterday and today, not a lot of peeling at all. There is a tiny bit, but not much. And then this part right here, it was the only part that scabbed and it came off. But for the most part, I didn't really see a lot of scabs and I only saw very minimal peeling. They have gotten lighter. They're starting to look a little bit more natural and I've gotten used to them. I thought that they would get a little bit lighter, but hey, I have 5 more days. So 5 more days, 4 more days, only 4 more days. 4 more days until they're completely healed. I have to be honest, they don't hurt at all. I'm putting my hands on them and it's like, I can rub them both ways. The first few days they were very tender, so I could not do that. But they are looking really good. Again, let's get a little bit closer. See how there's some peeling or like some sort of, I don't know what that is, a pimple? I think that's some sort of peeling there. But they look really good. Good morning, guys. I just got out of the shower, but I made it to day 10 of my eyebrows. Today is the 10th day. Now, let me spill some tea. I just wet my eyebrows. I'm not sure if I was supposed to wet it on the 10th day or the 11th day, but I have to be honest, I'm a little tired of like covering my brows every time I get in the shower. I just wanted to just wash my face. Let's get a little bit close. I'm standing by a window just for some natural light. I want to be honest, my eyebrow hairs are starting to grow back over here. So you're gonna have to pluck them. You're either gonna have to pluck them or go back to wherever you got your eyebrows done just so they can clean them up every 2 weeks. So what I'm just gonna do is get a tweezer and then possibly start tweezing those loose hairs. But overall, as you can see, they look a lot better from the day that I first started. The color is matching my hair. The color is actually perfect. It did scab over here and it came off just a bit. So you can see the color here. So maybe in my touch-up is not until January. So maybe in my touch-up, we can possibly do that area a little bit more. And also, do you see here, it's a little patchy. So maybe in my touch-up, we can go and go over that part. I think this is the one part that's scabbed as well. But for the most part, it didn't really scab much. It did peel. And right now my eyebrows are actually a little bit itchy, but just looking, I just want you guys to see and get an idea of exactly what's going on. Hold on. Just a super raw face, no makeup or anything on. I want you guys to see how fluffy the brow is looking, how natural. So I'm gonna just brush it up a little bit. It's like you just wake up and your eyebrows are all done, honey. So what I'm going to do is throw on a face. I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to start answering some microblading questions. All right, here we go. What is microblading and what made you want to get it? Microblading is when you basically take a razor blade, throw it in some paint, and you make these tiny little incisions in your eyebrows that give the illusion that you have hair in places that you usually don't, or it gives this illusion of a more fluffier eyebrow. It just gives the illusion that hair is there and it's not. Who did your microblading? Taryn Brows did my microblading. She is fantastic. My only recommendation is if you are interested in seeing Taryn, she is booked about 3 to 4 months out, so it is a little bit of a wait. But if you're going to invest in microblading, I highly suggest that you do your research on whoever is going to do them. Really check out their portfolio. Look at other people and how their eyebrows looked over time. I mean, you definitely want to see what it looks like over time. The fading, if it was a little, it could be a little bit suspect. I've seen a few people who have done microblading, and to be honest with you, I was always against it because I just never really saw a job that I really liked until recently when I came across Taryn. And the only reason I came across Taryn is because a friend of mine did her eyebrows. And after that, I fell in a rabbit hole on Instagram and basically was like, I need this woman in my life. Should microblading be done by a dermatologist or can you do it at home? Please do not do microblading at home. And I don't think a dermatologist does microblading. This is more of a cosmetic procedure. This is not something that you can do at home. As you can see from the video, she is taking a tiny blade and making incisions into the top layer of the dermis of the skin. So I would definitely shy away from you trying to do that on your own and find someone who is very highly skilled in that area. How long did the procedure take? The procedure took about, I want to say, an hour to an hour and a half. And the reason why is because when you first get there, she shapes your brows until the way that you are thinking, and then she also will sketch and draw the brow. Now it looks really scary at first because I showed a picture of it, but like the eyebrows are this big, and I was a little concerned that I was gonna walk around looking angry all the time, and I'm sorry. I don't want to look angry. It's either I look angry or super surprised, but you know, when I first saw it, I was a little bit taken back, like, wait a minute, is this what my eyebrows are going to look like? But she just leaves those lines there so she doesn't go over them. So it's just like kind of like a sketching, like a guide almost. So the procedure your first time would probably take about an hour to an hour and a half, but the actual blading itself, I kind of want to say that took maybe 35, 40 minutes max. How did she find your color? This was really interesting. She had a set of different colors, and then you will be sitting on a table and she will take the colors and she will match them exactly. So she puts them in like this tiny little pot. And when she first showed me the color, I was like, girl, no, these are way too dark. But she showed it to me in the light and then how it would kind of look once it wasn't wet anymore. And it was honestly like the perfect match. So if you're thinking if she does it on blonde eyebrows or red eyebrows, she definitely does. I made sure to ask that question ahead of time just in case anyone was curious about it. Next question is, did it hurt and how painful was it during and afterwards? I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna sell you lies, it did hurt. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it was a 6. It was very uncomfortable. You couldn't tell in the video because I was keeping it cool, like cool as a fan on high. But usually when I'm getting my eyebrows like usually waxed or something's very uncomfortable, I ball my toes up in my shoes. So that's exactly what I was doing. I'm gonna talk you through like how it felt and what she did. So she's going to use numbing cream, but the first swipe throughs on each eyebrow, she does not use any numbing cream at all. And the reason for this is that she just wants to see how the skin is going to take in the dye. So I would say there's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to say like maybe 7 to 10 swipe throughs with the razor blade on each eye, and then she will move over. When she starts here, it's okay, but there's some areas that are very delicate. I want to say as she got closer to here, it was very delicate and my toes were kind of like, ugh. But could you handle it? Absolutely. Was it as painful as a tattoo? I have 6 of those, so no, it was not as painful as a tattoo. It does sting and burn when you are finished, because she puts a little bit of cream and things like that. So as soon as you're done, your eyes are, your eyebrow area, skin area is a little bit red and it does sting, but it's not to the point where it's like you can't handle it. And then as far as the numbing cream goes, when she puts the numbing cream on, you still can feel a little bit, it's just not as intense as the first swipe throughs. So all of that to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, let's just put it as a 6. She said most people said a 5, but you know, I don't want to like, you know, put it too low because it did hurt me. All right, so next, do you get to decide the shape? Yes, you do get to decide the shape. I would highly suggest if you are interested in doing this that you get every single eyebrow inspo that you want. So it doesn't look like you just came from the MAC store getting your makeup done. I think you really should follow your bone and your whole face structure to really get something that looks very natural. I feel like my eyebrows really opened up my face. The entire time before, I really thought that my eyebrows weren't that bad until I saw the before and after photos, and now I absolutely adore them. So yes, you can decide the shape. You can go over it with her, talk to her. You know, if you don't want them too thick or too thin, definitely you can talk about those things. Any bruising or swelling? There was no bruising, there was no swelling. That was quick, right? Do you have to grow your eyebrows out to get them microbladed? That's a good question. I would suggest getting your eyebrows out. I mean, we were going through a lockdown, so I grew my eyebrows out for about 3 to 4 months. I looked crazy, by the way. But I did grow them out just so she can really shape them the way that I wanted it to be shaped. And to be honest with you, when I was growing them out, I had no intentions of getting microblading. They were just so thin and just like done from the early 90s that I decided that I wanted to finally just grow my brows out. So I do suggest that. Is it necessary? I'm not sure. Definitely call the person who's doing your microblading and get their opinion. How long does it last? Good question. Considering on so many factors and how your skin takes the color, it should last at least a year, but it will last up to a year and a half in some cases. So hopefully mine will last for a year and a half. Taryn said something along the lines like the retention will be at least 70%. And I feel like my brows have gotten full 70%. So it also depends on if your skin is oily, etc. So many factors. Let's just chalk it up and say at least a year. Okay, so the upkeep. Now, you see how they are very shaped and they kind of almost look perfect. You know, I don't like to talk about myself too much. But you do have to upkeep your brows. So the shape in general, of course, your hair is still gonna grow around those areas. Just because she plucked and waxed those out doesn't mean that it's gonna stop growing. So I have had a few pieces of hair and all I've done is just tweeze those out, but this is my main guide and I just keep that. And then whatever I see growing along those lines, or you can go back to the person who did it and they can just wax it and touch it up. My touch-up appointment is to see how much of the color retained and then anything that she feels is missing. Like I'm not sure if you can tell, but there are a few patches here. I don't know whether it was mist or color or something, I don't know. And then there was an area where it scabbed here on the side that I probably would run through the blade again. So that is the touch-up. Your first touch-up comes, is included in the price that you pay the first time. So once you pay to get it done, the next time you go for a touch-up, you will not have to pay because that was included, if that makes sense. How often will you need to be redone or touched up? So I think the same thing. Again, you don't need to redo your brows for at least a year and a half. And then as far as the touch-up, I think the touch-up is only once after. And then the other touch-up is obviously just to make sure the brows are clean or plucked, etc. But other than that, actually getting the microblading, after that one particular touch-up, I don't think you have to do it again for a while. How much did it cost? Okay, I know this is a question that everybody wants to know. I will say it was costly. I didn't expect it to be as much as it was. It was about $980, around there. I think it was around $980, $990 or something. And again, that price does include the touch-up. Now, if you think about it, you're paying over $900 for your face, okay? You don't wanna skimp and go cheapskate when it comes to your face. This is something that you're gonna wake up and you're gonna look at every single day. So you can get some cheapskate job somewhere else, or you can go to someone who is very highly trained and skilled and give you exactly what you want. And honestly, if your eyebrows are gonna last for a year and a half, $900, if you do the math, is going to end up being absolutely nothing. So yeah, that was the price. I'm extremely happy with it. Again, I thought it would be cheaper. For some reason, I thought it was like $500, maybe some places, but that is the price. Do the hairs outside your new brow grow back? What will you do about them? Do you still need to tweeze and wax them? So I did talk about that point. Yes, you will definitely need to tweeze them. I just highly suggest every time that they grow back, you just take a little tweezer and then you just pluck them. Does it itch? Very good question. It does itch when it's starting to heal. It wasn't an abundance of itchiness. It was just kind of around these areas. What you can expect is a little bit of peeling. You can expect for it to itch. I think when mine started to itch, I resisted the urge to scratch it, and instead I put a little tiny bit of Aquaphor on it and kind of just brushed it up. And I used a brush that looked like this. Taryn, if you go to her, she will also give you a bag with a brush in it, a clean one. You know, she really stresses keeping it super clean. So I just took something like this and I just kind of brushed it up a little bit, and I felt like that did the trick and did the job. But make sure that you don't scratch it. Again, it's tolerable. Next question. Someone said they are concerned it will look fake. I was also very concerned that it would look fake. My main concern also was that I would look overly done. And the first few days I was freaking out because it got very dark. And I was just like, I look like Bert, like what is going on? Like this whole situation was not for me. You know, I also felt like my eyebrows were so done up, but the rest of my face looked dead. So it was like I had to put on makeup so I could catch up to my eyebrows. And that was like towards the very beginning, but it was also because I wasn't used to it. And again, they were basically like black. But now I wake up, I do feel like they are a little on the perfect side, which is so not me. But at the same time, they have really opened up my face and I've gotten used to them. So I really do like them. I don't think that they look fake. To be honest with you, if you're sitting down next to someone or someone like this close, like how you and I are, or us-y, you're not gonna be able to tell. Do they look natural in person? Please be honest. Yes, I really do think that they look natural in person. I just think that they look like I got my eyebrows on fleek, like I just got my eyebrows done. How do you think it changed your face? I think it changed my face because it just really opened up my face. I honestly feel like it gave me a facelift without the surgery. It just, I don't know, my eyes opened up, everything, and like all of a sudden I was like, yes, it turned me into like an instant model. Anything you would advise your past self to do differently? Was that pertaining to my eyebrows? I guess I would have gotten this a long time ago, to be honest. Like I've had such an eyebrow journey of bad brows, and looking back on photos, like they were just so thin and so, but I think that was the 90s, right? Like that was the trend, that was a thing. And then we came back to like Glossier eyebrows where everybody was like super bushy. And I was like, oh, I want it to be super bushy on the eyebrow area, but my eyebrows were so overplucked and so overwaxed and thin that they never grew back like that. So I think if I had more knowledge and I had Taryn back then, I definitely would have done this earlier. Would you recommend it? Yes, I would highly recommend it, but I do think you need to be prepared with one, picking someone who knows how to do microblading. Like, it's an investment. If you're going to do it, invest in it. Make sure you invest your time in doing your research. Make sure that you fall down the rabbit hole and you stalk their work. Like, I don't even care if you reach out to someone and be like, hey girl, I know you got it done a year ago. Can I see your pictures? Like, you know, just make sure that you really do your research to figure out like what it's going to look like and what that person's work looks like. And then also be prepared as far as what you want your brows to look like. Like, bring in pictures, talk about it. And if you're hesitant from the moment like she's drawing it on and showing, because she will show you like this is what we're looking like. So if you're hesitant about anything, definitely speak up and you know, just be honest and say, hey, this is not what I'm looking for, because you're gonna be stuck with these brows for quite some time. That's it on these questions. I hope that this video is going to be super helpful for your microblading journey or for anyone who is interested in knowing more about microblading. Again, I had a really good experience. I personally liked it a lot. And that's it. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you have any other questions, drop them down below for me and I will make sure to answer them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces. Hey guys, we are in my closet today. I really love this bag. You know when you start cleaning up, you end up finding things you've never used in your life and you're like wearing a scarf in the summer. You find a Sony Discman Walkman, a yellow one, and you're like trying to listen to it and figure it out like a cassette tape. Like that's how cleaning up is. It feels like a treasure hunt.